What's up, guys? We're here today to make our hunting video for prairie dogs. The day has finally come. All the preparation for tuning and adjusting and testing our ballistics for our slugs is going to come into play today because we'll get to use it on live animals. We got some permission to go onto private property. There's 3 different prairie dog towns that we're going to be visiting. I'm sure one of them is going to have prairie dogs. It's a little early right now, but we're trying to get everything tuned up. This is Tay for the Airgun podcast. He came down from Colorado and specifically to hunt some of these little suckers. He brought his 25 cal Dreamline and he's shooting some pellets out of that. And today we're going to get him set up with the Wildcat and 22 caliber, flinging the 22 grain varmint knockers. And those suckers will do some damage as soon as they hit any type of flesh. We were able to pop one squirrel yesterday and it did a number on it and sounded like a firecracker went off. We spent this morning tuning the impact. I've got it set up at 100 foot-pounds with the 50 grain varmint knocker slugs. We were shooting some groups just to make sure we're accurate, and it's putting good groups at 50 yards. So we're going to get set up, and next time you see us, we'll probably be out on the range shooting prairie dogs. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? We're out here at the prairie dog field. Just got done talking to the landowner, secured our permission for the day. On the cruise up here, we cruised by all 3 fields, and there's over a dozen prairie dogs in each field. I'm looking out there right now, and I can see several of them running around. We're gonna get the guns outfitted. We got the Wildcat in 25 in 22. That's what Tay's gonna be shooting, and I've got the big boy gun with the 30 caliber with the impact, shooting slugs, both of us, and it should make for some pretty good footage. So we're gonna get set up. We're gonna be shooting from the prone position. We got the scope cam set up. We're gonna get some nice slow motion footage. And I can't wait to get started, so stay tuned. Headshot.
You got him.
I can see his guts hanging out his side.
Headshot. Ooh, hit the barbed wire in front of him. Oh, he popped his head back up. I thought.
Nailed him through the cactus. Oh, his guts are coming out. Nailed him through the cactus. Oh, his guts are coming out. Alright, we've been out at this prairie dog field for about 2 hours now, and we've got at least a dozen of them down. We see some scattered and gutted out in the field. Tay's tearing it up with that little 22 Wildcat. You know, if you think 22 doesn't have power, then, you know, just take a look at this video again and see some of these impacts that that's putting out. This 30 cal is a ripper. You know, it'll gut him if you can hit him. It definitely tears a hole in him. But the varmint knocker slugs are doing an excellent job in the wind. You know, we got about 15-mile-an-hour gusts at some point, and it's blowing at a 90-degree angle right across us. And you know, at 130 yards, I'm holding over about 5 minutes for wind. So the slugs are definitely doing their job. You know, I'd be blowing pellets several feet off. So
yeah.
We're killing it out here today. What do you think, Tay?
This is fun, man. I mean, these guns that we have are doing amazing, and the slugs that we have, they just give you that edge, you know, when it comes to shooting in the wind and out in the elements, which is, you know, pretty typical. You're going to run into wind. If you're serious about your varminting or your pest control, your airgun hunting, slugs is the way to go. I mean, it's just a whole nother ball game. Like I said, we wouldn't be having as much fun if we didn't have these slugs and these guns that are so tunable and powerful and quiet, man. These Donnies are keeping it so quiet. They don't know where it's coming from. So
we've gotten multiple shots at some of these prairie dogs because they don't know what the heck is going on.
Yeah. One of the benefits to using, you know, a PCP as opposed to a firearm is, you know, it's just so much quieter. So this is a blast.
Well, we still got some more dogs to shoot. Let's get back at it.
Heck yeah. Rolled him. Grilled this cheese, bro.
Oh no, we'll go 8 minutes. Nailed him. I don't know if you guys can hear that impact. That was 175 yards. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me. I'm sitting out here at the edge of the field and just overlooking everything. I just popped one at 175 yards, and that was 20 minutes of holdover. I got an MOA scope. I got the Athlon Aries ETR. And that last shot, you can't see, it was way up on this other hill by that tree. And that was 20 minutes of angle for elevation and 8 minutes of angle for the wind. And that put me right on a body shot. It's been a little windy, and I've been trying to document some of this stuff as we go along. But you know, if it's a little too windy, I'll end up probably voicing over a lot of this stuff just so I can explain what's going on. But you know, having Tay come down from the from Colorado from the Airgun podcast has been real fun. It's always cool sharing the experience with somebody. So it's been a great time this morning. And this is still the first field. We still got 2 more fields to go to. So we're having a blast. Okay, that was about a foot low. Did you hit him?
I don't think so.
He went down pretty quick.
Oh, he's got that. No, I missed it.
Got him.
Yes.
That's 200 yards.
200?
Yep. That tree back there, that tree right there is 200 yards. Okay, so we found, after extensive searching, we had to go back and watch the footage. We realized I did smack him pretty good. Here he is. Now, back in that tree line is where we're at. Let me get my rangefinder real quick. And I'm standing right next to him. And that's actually, shoot. That's actually 212 yards, 218 yards to the tree. So that's quite a shot.
Yeah, hell of a shot.
Is he stiff or is he soft? You know what? That was the 200 yarder from the other day. That's what that was.
Ah.
So if you guys have seen the first episode, I smoked one at 200 yards. So it was actually turned out to be 212. And we're shooting from the same spot that I just showed, but that's our longest prairie dog kill right there. 212 yards.
It's funny that we're finding the ones from the day before.
Right.
Because there's so many holes out here, and there's so much to just sweep through to look for them.
Yep. So, yeah, that's my longest prairie dog kill for sure. 212 yards. And smoked him with the old impact and the 30 cal, the 50 grain varmint knocker. All right, we just finished off our first round at the first place. We're gonna go out there and see what we can fetch. We got the gopher getter, so we don't get the plague. And we're gonna see how many of these suckers we can get and lay them up in a pile and tally our kills, and then move on to the next town. So let's go check it out. All that dead grass area where there's no grass growing is all from prairie dogs. They tore up this whole area. It's probably hard to see with the GoPro. There's a little black brown dot up there. That's a horse. There's 2 horses that roam this pasture, and they're liable to breaking their legs anytime they come into this area because the prairie dog towns go all over the place. Their tunnels burrow underneath, and it may hold the weight of a person, but as soon as a horse hoof steps through there, especially if they're running around, it instantly breaks their legs, and then you have big time vet bills. So that's why we're on this property trying to get these things taken care of. So let's go see what we can recover. Alright, we're coming up on one here. For
recording, Seabass? So we got this guy who's asleep in his hole.
Taking the dirt nap. That one looks like he was 20 cal, 22.
It looks like it went right in through the side here.
He's a fat little sucker.
Vitals dropped him.
This one over here, the next one, this guy was laid out by the 30 caliber.
This might not be suitable for YouTube.
That one gutted him. Flip him over.
Let's see.
Nice little porky sucker.
Went in there. Came
So
out the other side of it.
That's two. Alright, we got one. Didn't quite make it back home. This guy got busted right in the face.
That was a headshot.
That was a good one. Look at the size of this guy. Now, I'm not going to touch him, but look at my hand next to him. That's way bigger than my hand. That's the size of a bowling pin.
This is a size 28 shoe. Just kidding. 10 and a half, but.
Add him to the pile. Got another one over here. This is just a little guy. Didn't quite make it back into the hole. Now let's compare that one to this other big one. Look at the difference in that tanker right there. That's probably the biggest prairie dog of the day. Alright, walking back over here, Tay found another one in the retrieval process. Let's see here. Oh man, this one looks definitely like a 30 cal massacre here. We got the blood sprayed down, busted noggin.
Let's see if I can grab him.
Nice, another tanker headshot. Man.
That's a big one.
There's our pile. It's hard to see, but our pile is right over there, stacking them up. What I really want to see is the long range ones. Where we were shooting at is back in in that tree area. We had all this open area to shoot. The tree line back there, the far tree line, kind of right through here. That's 200 yards. And I did hit that one out there. I hope we can find it, but we still got several to find here. So we're gonna keep on looking, and we'll record them as we pull them up. All right, this guy that we're walking up to now was another tanker. I think it was one of the first ones I shot, and you can see the body shot. His guts are coming out. That was a 30 cal to the gut. And man, these guys are just fat.
Yeah, there's
fatties.
Holy smokes.
Look at that. Nice.
This thing is brutal, man.
Okay, we're walking back to see what our pile looks like. You know, there's definitely a few that we weren't able to recover. They made it back into their holes. One of the mounds, we actually saw the blood on the backside of the mound, but the prairie dog must have made it in. And let's go check this out here. We've got a line of them. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 little suckers. I call that a pretty good day. You know, you guys can hear, I'm sure, the wind on the camera. You know, I apologize for the wind, but that's just the conditions for today. I think you guys will hopefully enjoy this footage. You know, we definitely socked it to him. It was a lot of fun. This is just barely the first town too. I believe we're going to go off to the second town and the third town here shortly and set up shop over there and get to work on them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You know, I sure as heck enjoyed it. Who knows, we might turn into a two-part video.
Seriously.
But you know, there was a lot of action, a lot of slow motion that we're going to be, or that you guys have probably already seen at this point. But hopefully you guys like this. And I'm looking for more permissions out here, more properties where I can go out and get permission to hunt these things before they go down for the winter. So you know, definitely stay tuned if you guys like this video, because I'll be working on getting some more.
Heck yeah.
All right, prairie dog getter's starting to get worn out. just retrieving all of them. What a nice day. The wind's finally coming down. We got beautiful blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. You know, we were up in the shade shooting. We had some ravens flying over earlier, looking to eat some of these guys for dinner, and we'll probably leave them a few. But what a nice day it was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this footage. You know, like I said, this is stop one. We still got 2 more stops to go. Okay, we're overlooking the setup for the day. We did not put this sign here, somebody else did. We took him out with the Impact Mark II power plenum, Hema transfer port, Hema pellet probe, Athlon Aries ETR scope, Sabre tactical rail, Donnie FL Ronin, 700mm slug liner, GoPro side shot with the Eagle Vision cam, and there they are. Look at some of these suckers are fat. I mean, look at them. The Ronin's not a small suppressor. These guys are like little carpets. Tay was using the Wildcat 22 cal. It's got a Hema transfer port, aftermarket power plenum. I've got the modified pellet probe to match the Hema transfer port. Shooting with the Argus BTR from Athlon. He's got the side shot on there. And man, we just did work on these suckers. What a fun day it was. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the footage. Alright guys, we made it back to the truck after a long hard day of prairie dog killing, and replenishing our fuel here, getting some air conditioning. Man, we had a good day. This is definitely going to be a 2-part video. We smacked the heck out of him today. We got quite a few of them, and there's still 2 more stops to go. And who knows, it might turn into a 2-part, 3-part video. Definitely a 2-part. We've got enough footage to, you know, to keep you guys occupied and keep you guys entertained for this week. So definitely stay tuned. You know, we're gonna have 2 separate accounts of this trip. Tay is gonna have one on his channel, the Airgun Podcast. Definitely go and check his channel out. He's got a couple other good videos on there, and definitely search for him. He's got a website coming out called the Airgun Podcast. He's also on Spotify. He's got several great episodes of podcasts. He's got good interviews with lots of good people in the airgun community. Definitely several hours can be spent there just listening to those podcasts if you guys aren't familiar with them. Some good information to be learned. He's talked to some pretty good guys. So definitely check him out. And you know, watch both videos. See which, you know, it's going to be 2 different accounts and 2 different scope cam footages. So stay tuned. And thank you guys for joining us on this trip. You know, I appreciate all the support. If it wasn't for all the viewers and, you know, comments and everybody that's out there to watch this type of content, we wouldn't go through all the trouble to take the time to record it, because we definitely could have just showed up and started smacking them and you know, not paid attention to recording. But we wanted to put out some good quality footage for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for part 2, maybe part 3.